Now, 10 years ago, a 4-year-old boy ran from Bhubaneswar to Puri, a distance of roughly 65 kilometers. It took him 7 hours to complete that, and at the end of it, he found his name in the Limca Book of Records. Soon, he was on every television channel, and he was also dubbed as India's Forrest Gump. But just as fast he climbed the popularity charts, the same decline we saw, and he went into oblivion very, very shortly. This is the story of a marathon boy called Budhya Singh, which has now been put on the big screen by first-time director Somen Tripathi, who joins us on this special broadcast. Next to him is Asian marathon champion Sunita Godara and Manoj Vajpayee, who plays the coach of Budhya Singh in the film, Biranchi Das. Last but not the least, the protagonist, not at least on the screen, but the protagonist in real life, बुधिया सिंह. बुधिया, सबसे पहले मैं आपसे स्टार्ट करूंगा. आखिरी बार मैंने आपको 5-6 साल की उम्र में देखा था. वो तस्वीरें हम पीछे देख सकते हैं. फिर 10 साल आपको किसी ने नहीं देखा. कहाँ थे आप 10 साल?
मैं जब छोटा था उस टाइम एक अलग बात है. और जब मैं बड़ा हुआ हॉस्टल में ही मुझे रखा लिया. उसका बीच में मुझे बोला था कि आपको अच्छे ट्रेनिंग दिया जाएगी और अच्छे स्कूल में पढ़ा जाएगा. स्कूल में तो अच्छा है, किंतु सर मैं नहीं बोलता हूँ कि वहाँ पे कोच अच्छा है या ट्रेनिंग अच्छा नहीं है. मैं चाहता हूँ कि वहाँ पे कोई लाकर मुझे कोई ट्रेनिंग दे तो अच्छा होगा.
तो आप साई हॉस्टल में थे जो अब
नहीं, स्टेट हॉस्टल.
अब आप वहाँ पे नहीं है?
नहीं.
क्यों नहीं है अब आप वहाँ पे?
वहाँ पे अच्छा मेरे लिए वहाँ पे अच्छा तरह से खाना या training अच्छा नहीं है.
Now his story has had a lot of hurdles, lots of ups and downs. Do you think a lot of it is to be blamed to the media as well? You took him to a pedestal, highlighted him, suddenly you drop him like a hot potato. Do you think the media was to be blamed the way he was highlighted at that time, and that is what has resulted in where he is today?
No, media is not to be blamed for highlighting his feat.
But this constant 24-hour coverage.
But media is somewhere to be blamed for not highlighting the hurdles that he was going through after the death of Biranchi Das, after he was taken away from Biranchi Das. Media was somewhere to be blamed for not really highlighting all the miseries that this little boy went through, you know, just because he wanted to run. I mean, the passion for which you are born, okay, I mean, there can be ifs and buts about the way the Biranchi was training him. There can be discussions about him. There can be debates about it. But one thing is very, very clear, that you cannot question the intention of the coach Biranchi Das, who is adopted him and giving him right training, giving him right food to eat, and he was always under medical supervision. But the same has never been given to him after he went into the custody of the government. Their media is to be blamed. That media has suddenly withered away or ran away from there because it was no more making headlines.
Okay, so Biranchi is a central character to this film. Right. He was the coach, and for the uninitiated, let us just tell you that he was the man who spotted him in the beginning, got him to train. Unfortunately, he passed away in 2008. But बुधिया, मैं वही सवाल बिरांची दास के बारे में बात करने से पहले आपसे पूछना चाहूँगा. एक टाइम पे आपके टाइम आसपास हमेशा कैमरे होते थे, आप कुछ भी करते थे कैमरे में. आप छोटे थे तब, लेकिन आप जहाँ भी जाते थे कैमरे आपके पीछे जाते थे. फिर एक दिन ऐसा आया, सडनली ना आपसे कोई बात करता था, ना आपके पास कोई आता था. आपके लिए वो कैसा रहा था?
मुझे बहुत बुरा लगता था, क्योंकि बचपन में मैं जब दौड़ रहा था, नाम मेरा जब थी, और उस टाइम जो लोग मुझे पहचानते वो बोलते थे कि हाँ वो तो दौड़ रहा था. अभी जो मैं सुन रहा हूँ बोलते हैं कि हाँ वो तो अभी नहीं दौड़ पा रहा है, इसलिए वो हॉस्टल छोड़ दिया, इसीलिए वो ऐसे बोल रहे हैं. मैं चाहता हूँ कि वो मुझे बिना ट्रेनिंग से अभी मैं 40 या 30 किलोमीटर दौड़ सकता हूँ. मुझे कोई ट्रेनिंग दे तो अच्छा होगा.
Okay, we'll get into the training bit. Coming back to Biranchi, as you said, there are two different narratives when you talk about Biranchi Das. Right. And now that you're playing him, and we all know that whichever character you play, you become the character, and you're not Manoj Vajpayee. So, are you the villain or the hero in the film?
See, there are so many conflicting reports about him. So, as an actor, and as as even Somen wanted me to maintain, to always get those nuances of him being very brash, dealing with him in his own manner, and which was not sending the right message to the people. Okay, but somewhere the softer side of Biranchi Das was never known to anybody. His intention is unquestionable, about vis-a-vis this boy. So balancing those two sides of him was quite difficult, because once he refuses to give him water when he's in the middle of his marathon.
Yes.
Yeah, Biranchi refused to give him water. So when I was doing it, I didn't feel like doing it. But Sominder wanted me to just go ahead and do the scene. But that's how Biranchi Das was. He had his own way. He was doing it his own way, and he didn't want anybody to question him.
Okay.
So there are two sides of him, sure, which is there in the film. So we are not going to disappoint you there about it. So he's a hero. Okay. He was a hero. And he was there was a negative side of him, right, which also you've highlighted. Yeah, definitely.
Now, one criticism that came Biranchi Das's way was that Budhia was too young and he was pushing him. I believe there's a story where he already ran a full marathon, and then to showcase a large audience he made him run extra, and he ended up vomiting. Now, going back to the entire debate of was it fine for a 4-year-old to be running 60 kilometers in a day or running a full marathon, which at the moment I would imagine that most 15-year-olds, 80% 15-year-olds of our country may not be able to do it.
Technically and medically, if I say, that time also when he was 5 years old, I was with him. I saw him in the stadium running round and round. Medically, it's not advisable. Right. Technically, it is wrong. Only thing is, when you were asking that now when I'm talking to him, that running, love for running and that runner is still inside him. It means if he gets proper nurturing, he gets proper guidance, he gets proper coach, diet, everything. Like Sports Authority of India, the Sports Ministry should have adopted him then only. Okay, I understand that long distance running was not good for him.
Even when they adopted him, he's not been happy.
No, but then see, the coach, when I was talking to him, I came to know, making him do 100 meters. When somebody is a long distance runner, and because of too much of running, he has developed slow twitch fibers in his body, whether it is wrong or right, but it has happened with him in his childhood. So how can he run 100 meters fast? Cannot. Like somebody asking me, when I won the Asian marathon, somebody is asking me, oh, you won the Asian gold medal, so you can beat PT Usha. How is it possible? So when he was a long distance runner, okay, not giving him 40 kilometers or 50 kilometers, but at least give him 2 kilometers training, 3 kilometers training. And at that time in the school, they could have started with 1 kilometer, so that his background is of a long distance runner, but he's not doing too much too soon.
Okay. Now, on that debate, Manoj, where do you stand? I've been following your Twitter timeline, and there are certain things you've put, very interesting analogies that you've put, that Lionel Messi, when he was 4 years of age, used to play football all day. Why can't we accept the same thing if Budhia is running so many kilometers? Or Sachin Tendulkar, when he was 5 or 6 or 10 years of age, was playing under 10 matches the whole day. So, am I to assume that you're on the other side of the debate, contrary to what Sunita is saying, that it's fine for a young kid to be doing what he was?
See, not participating in a marathon, in a proper marathon. No. Okay, and you could go ahead and stop him, but you cannot stop a talent who is on his way. He's on his way to a certain glory. I mean, somewhere he was stopped completely. Sachin Tendulkar is Sachin Tendulkar because there were certain people around him who had complete belief in him, right? Conviction about his talent. And the person who had all the belief and conviction about his talent, once he was gone away, he was completely left alone. Okay. And there was nobody who could have the so he may have had the talent who is born with that kind of passion to run also needs a mentor who has the equal amount of passion to train him.
Correct. But he was not a marathon coach, he was a judo coach.
He was a judo coach, but he was taking all the inputs from outside, and not only that, Dr. Mohanty was always there supervising his health.
All right.
Okay, so he was a judo coach, but he was not a foolish man. Okay. He was a sports person himself. Sure. So he was taking extra care. He was looking after his health. He was looking after his diet. But yes, I mean, we can go on discussing and debating about in the manner he is trained.
Right.
But again, I'm saying that his intention and his passion to turn him into a proper marathon person was never wrong.